rock and roll. shop. It's the year of the Yoshi, it's time to shine. Everybody who knows me knows that I grind. Heavily drop rhymes, fool, you know the name. It's a new year, we taking over the game. It's the year of the Yoshi, it's time to shine. Everybody who knows me knows that I grind. Heavily drop rhymes, fool, you know the name. It's a new year, we taking over the game. Get your hands up, wave them all around. Pick them up, stomp them in the ground. Get your hands up, wave them all around. Let them all know, no playing around. No playing around, no playing around. I'm holding them down, controlling the town. You know we get down, I'm so underground. How do I stay ahead? You lay in bed, why be average? Be great instead. Got you smiling, coin piling with a new styling, a new island, whole street and shop. Buzz short-lived like an equinox with Mega Randy and speaker box. Make a long story short like a summary. Trust and believe, you cast don't want none of me. Enemies get licked up and swallowed whole. Lot of heart, lot of soul, like a pot of gold. You know what it is, I handle my biz. My answer is this, I trample you kids. Got ample to give, so I keep coming. Talk the big game, now he's running. Year of the Yoshi, it's time to shine. Everybody who knows me knows that I grind. Heavily drop rhymes, fool, you know the name. It's a new year, we taking over the game. It's the year of the Yoshi, it's time to shine. Everybody who knows me knows that I grind. Heavily drop rhymes, fool, you know the name. It's a new year, we taking over the game. Troopers and goombas get stomped on. Endless appetite, you fools get chomped on. Super senior, been a star since I walked on. Beat 'em up, eat 'em up till they all gone. Since 9-4, been back and forth like Time Lords. Rhyme for thousands for encores. My tours, the cons with mad dudes. Only place there's a long line is the bathroom. Yeah, squeeze it in like a hat room. New year, new Yoshi, coming mad soon. Better reserve it or get in line. Might wanna get yours, cause I'm getting mine. Might wanna get yours, cause I'm getting mine. Might wanna get yours. We holding them down, controlling the town. You know we get down. Let me see your hands. Always stay ahead. You just lay in bed. Be great instead. Let me see your hands. Know what it is. I handle my biz. I travel you kids. Let me see your hands. Whole scene shot. Buzz short like an equinox. Game chops up in your speaker box. What?
Alright, hello, welcome to this reaction stream. Hello, welcome to this reaction stream. So we are just minutes away from the Smash Ultimate Direct, and I will be live reacting to it when it starts. Just want to let you know beforehand that this stream is brought to you by Skinit. You can get 20% off any purchase at Skinit. They make quite a lot of skins and cases for all your devices. Get 20% off with the code ANGE25 at checkout. That's at skinit.com, SKINIT.com. Quick programming note for those of you joining us live on Twitch. I am also seeing up to corners for YouTube. That was there, see it. So after this stream, I will be recording Heavy Rotation live, hopefully on Twitch. Maybe about 5 minutes after the stream ends. Take some time to set things up. Alright, 9:59 Eastern time. Hopefully all things work as planned. I'm going to mute my audio capture because it has issues at times. We're gonna mute audio for a second, and we'll do that. Okay. Stand by just a second. There we go. Should be back now. Know this. Here we go.
Be gone! You don't belong in this world, monster!
I'm just gonna invest in the music to Fire Emblem. This man is to get his feelings head off right now. Oh, Castlevania. Okay.
Hello, I'm Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited. This is a follow-up to our recent announcements about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Without further ado, the legendary vampire hunter from the Castlevania series, Simon Belmont, is finally joining the roster. He's been given a bit of a makeover. His signature item is, of course, his holy whip, the far-flinging vampire killer. It leaves you open to attack, and it's a bit slow, but I think its average reach during normal attacks is longer than any other fighters. He can move the whip freely.
Look at that control.
His special
man.
attacks are very recognizable. The axe, cross, holy water,
So basically, he throws stuff. Got it.
and uppercut.
Oh, okay. Fine. Uppercut, I guess.
While they may
Good for
seem
something.
simple, they are very powerful. And his final smash is called Grand Cross.
Okay, that's awesome.
Simon's stage is none other than Dracula's castle. It's the darkest of stages in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. When an attack hits one of the candlesticks, an item will appear. In this stage, bosses from across the Castlevania series will rear their ugly heads. They make Dracula's castle feel true to the world from whence they came.
Ha, ritual that.
And when speaking of Castlevania, you can't forget to mention the music. For this
Okay.
stage, we will incorporate 34 music tracks,
Jeez.
including new and classic tunes. The Castlevania series is very popular among our music team, and they were excited to
Clearly.
work on these arrangements. Once in a blue moon, Simon's immortal rival will appear. Dracula. Reborn every 100 years, he is eternally fated to wage war against descendants of the Belmont clan.
Okay.
Under what conditions will he appear? Time will tell.
Nobody knows. Nobody
Now
knows a
for a
thing.
brand new assist trophy. Alucard, son of Dracula, will lend his steel in battle. He wields the Chrysogrim, transforms into a bat, and dodges attacks by assuming mist form. He's very similar to his starring role in Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Like other assist trophies, he's susceptible to attack and KO as well. Nevertheless, he'll prove to be quite challenging. And we have one more fighter for you. The vampire hunter who starred in classics like Castlevania Rondo of Blood, Richter Belmont, joins the battle. Richter is an echo fighter based on Simon. Though his strengths are the same, his look, voice, and animations all set him apart. Besides,
Okay.
the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate version of Simon can perform moves derived from Richter in his original games, so it's hard to say who's
So
really
that I can
going
reach
through
out
it.
to that
I
end.
hope you'll enjoy them both.
Farewell.
Okay, and this
I'd
is
like to
we're done.
introduce two more Echo Fighters from completely different series while we're on the topic.
Okay.
Please take a look.
Xenoblade, I think. Usually that's not expected. Clearly I'm not into some of the more niche different franchises, so Forgive me, I'm completely exposing myself right now.
Anything can change. Ether!
There we go.
Chrom and Dark Samus join the battle. You may have seen this coming. Both fighters have been highly requested. They're each slightly different than the fighters they're based on, so pick whoever you enjoy most. As you can see,
I still
depending
love
on your
this game,
settings,
though.
you can
Oh my
either display
goodness.
all Echo fighters separately on the fighter select screen or stack them with the fighters they're based on. When stacked, you can switch between them with the press of a button.
Okay.
This time, we plan to reveal the design of every fighter before the game launches. We'll have a few more to announce later, so stay tuned. For stages, we're mainly including returning favorites. Allow me to introduce
okay.
some of the stages we haven't
Figure
shown
8,
before.
yes, okay. Cool. Yeah, let's talk stages. Of course, Pokemon Stadium. It's not Smash without Pokemon Stadium. Alright. Looks cool, some looks cool. Interesting. Of course. Naturally. New Donk City. Oh man, that is awesome. Yes! Okay, okay, just give me my money. Straight up and take my money. Jeez. This is great.
We put a lot of effort into enhancing the look of the stages and rebalancing them as well.
Wow, look at that.
That
Look how
said,
far we've
for
come.
stages that originally appeared in the Nintendo 64 game, we prioritized nostalgia, intentionally
Yes.
keeping the classic look. The stage total is turning out to be pretty impressive. Let's compare it to the totals in previous games.
Jesus!
Now the total number of stages is, voila, 103. We must be crazy. If we exclude Battlefield, Final Destination, and Big Battlefield, we'd have exactly 100. But take a look at the stage select screen.
Oh my
Every
gosh.
stage can also be transformed into both Battlefield and Omega forms, so the total
Okay.
number of stages is actually more than 300.
You're insane,
All of these
Nintendo.
stages can be played in 8-player battles, and they are all
Jeez.
available from the beginning.
Nice. Good job, Nintendo. Good for you.
Additionally, you have the option to turn off stage hazards. When you're looking for a change of pace and don't want to be interrupted by hazards, select this option for a less chaotic experience. Also, the order of the stages matches the order in which they were introduced in the series, just like the fighters.
Nice.
Regarding stages, we have a little surprise. Please take a look.
I know they'll take forever to get to New Dark City.
Check that out. While playing, the stage can transform around you.
Wow.
But first, you must select the stage morph option.
Cool.
Then,
So this is
you can
like
pick 2 stages on the stage select menu.
stage remixes.
Feel free to choose
this
any
is a
stages you
YouTube
like
series.
and have fun.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
For the player who wants it all, My Music lets you select specific tracks for each stage, and this feature is
Okay.
making a return. Until now, each stage had its own set of music tracks, but this time, the tracks are organized by series instead. For example, as long as you're playing on a stage based on the Legend of Zelda series, you can pick any of the tracks included from that series.
Nice.
Now for the total number of music tracks from stages. This is also ultimate.
Jesus. Oh, insane.
Oh wow, more than 800 tracks. And if we count other types of music, like
Wow,
menus and
Nintendo.
fanfare, then there's actually
Y'all
about
insane.
900 compositions. If you played them all in a row, without looping or stopping, there's more than 28 hours worth
Jesus.
of music. These game
How fun-
franchises
how
are
fun
a
when
big
that
part
game
of video
drops?
game history, and the result is a massive library
Oh,
of memorable
man.
music. All of this packed into one game. This, in itself, is extraordinary.
This is
Of course,
ultimate.
there's a sound test menu as well. For your browsing pleasure, we've sorted all of the tracks by game series.
Thank God.
It's like having an album for each series.
Wow.
If a track
can
has
I
no
buy these
corresponding
individually?
fighter or stage, or if it's from one
Want
title
them all.
rather than a series, it can be found in the other section.
Yes.
You can create your own playlists too. Sort them in any order you like, anytime, as much as you want.
This buy Smash with the music. Okay. Headphones.
In handheld mode, you can play music while the screen is turned off. It's kinda like using your Nintendo Switch as a music player. A huge variety of
I
music
love
has been
Nintendo.
collected for the game, and you can sample some of these tracks on the official website.
Oh man, Nintendo has really done it.
We're planning to add selections basically every week, so please stay tuned.
Nice.
Some of you may have experienced the game already, but I'd still like to show you some things about the multiplayer battle rules. Now the first thing you will select is the rules. If you create your own rule set, you can immediately begin playing with those rules at any time. In addition to time battle and stock battle, stamina battle is now treated as one of the standard Smash modes. There's a different feeling of intensity in these battles. This time, stage selection comes before fighter selection. This way, you can pick a fighter based on how well suited they are for the stage. Or let the last battle's loser pick the next stage to even the odds. In sudden death, you not only start with 300% damage, but the camera will steadily zoom in. This creates a nice sense of urgency.
Look how they think of everything in this game. Like, wow, they really thought everything out.
Chargeable final smashes are now a selectable option. During a match, your final smash meter will fill, and then, once it's maxed out, you can use a weaker final smash. When you apply this option to a match, things can get really flashy. If you're up for a party, please try it out. By the way, no two final smashes will happen simultaneously. There are other additions to the battle modes too. we've added in Squad Strike. It's a 5-on-5 or 3-on-3 elimination style battle to decide the winner. Each player will use 5 consecutive fighters in one battle, but it might be fun for multiple players to take turns as well. We're also including tourney mode. Choose the number of players and CPU participants, and the game will automatically structure a tournament bracket.
That's cool.
Up to 32 players can join the tournament,
Well,
so it's great for
Grand.
parties too. We're adding a special Smash mode called Smashdown. After a battle in this mode, the previously selected fighters will no longer be available to use in the next battle, so each player must select a different fighter. It definitely pays off to be skilled with multiple fighters. You could also strategically pick a fighter your opponent is good with before they can. The new training mode will feature an exclusive stage. We've displayed a grid so it's easy to measure distance and more.
Okay.
You can also display launch distance. The red line predicts your trajectory at 0% damage, and the blue line is for 100% damage. The fighter's weight is factored in at the moment of impact.
Nice.
The single-player mode, in which players battle against a series of fighters, will return in the form of Classic mode. Each fighter has a set series of stages and opponents they will face. Now, let me introduce you to some new items, Pokemon, and assist trophies.
What about damn it? Oh yes, banana guns. Pew 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 pew. When it glows, it kills. Oh no. Goodbye. Oh man, that's just mean. What?